Believe it or not, if you're building a website with Elementor and it comes time to choose your favicon, nobody knows. So I'm talking about the little icon there that's missing on my practice site, and that is there on this other site. The way you add it to Elementor by default is not really as comprehensive as it should be, as far as I can tell. So I want to show you what we do to make sure that we get fully featured support for our favicon, including desktop icons. So let's take a look at how we do it. So normally what you would do if you're running the Hello theme for Elementor, which is a great vanilla type theme to run, I really recommend it. You go to Appearance, and then you would go to Customize, if I remember right. And when I go there, there is an option to click on a Site Identity tab, and you can select a logo and also an icon here. Here's the deal. If you set this icon, which is what I used to always do until my friend told me a better way to go, it's not going to be as fully featured as it could be. So what we recommend is something called the Favicon. Somebody tell me, I don't know still after all these years. Makes sense it'd be favorite, right? Favicon generator. So it's a real Favicon generator .net. So if you look at this, there's two options here. One is they make a plugin. You can install the plugin, follow the plugin instructions, you're good to go. I don't like to install an extra plugin if I don't have to, so I'm going to show you what we do, but just so you know, they have a plugin. But what you can do is upload your image here, and then I'm going to show you how cool this is. So I'll just, by way of example, I've got this sort of like working document here in Illustrator. I'm going to export a logo for PNG. First thing I'd recommend is try to create a perfect square. So what I might do in Photoshop or in Illustrator is create some sort of a canvas that's a perfect square. I didn't do that. Let me try again. There. So we'll grab our little paw guy. I probably would go with the circle here, but let's just see if I just took a solid shape like this paw here, and then I'm going to bring that to the foreground. Okay, so I get the paw situated how I want. I want to actually make the background transparent, so I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to make sure these are grouped. If you're in Photoshop or some other editor, it's just transparent background with a square. You can size your icon however you want. On that, I recommend using up most of the space. I can see that mine needs to be aligned a little better. Okay, I'm going to export it as 1000 pixel wide PNG. Just something above 512 is good. Might as well make it decent size. Okay, so we're ready to upload our icon. And you can see it shows us what the icon will look like on a light theme and a dark theme. And what we can do is actually start to customize this. So we can customize how it looks on Apple Touch, on other things like Android. So you can see it's more sophisticated than what we get out of the box with Hello. And it looks like I can set it up for a dark icon too. So I will probably go ahead and look into giving it a background color, although I kind of like it without one there. So maybe on the regular, I'm happy with it. It looks pretty good to me, but I'm not on the dark icon. So I'm going to hit start from regular icon. I'm going to add I could invert the colors. There we go. I'm good to go. So if I wanted to, though, I could have added a background, and I could control the corner radius. Like if I want a rounded effect, our brand uses like a lime green type color. So I could go look up my hex value and put that in. That actually looks pretty nice, but I'm just going to go ahead and invert my colors. I think that looks good too, right? So I've got some options here with how that's going to look. I can set up the Apple Touch. On Apple Touch, my options are the following. I have to add a plain background. That looks good to me. I can play around with the image size. Maybe I want it bigger. I can put in the name that goes on there. You can put in the name of your website or your brand. Same thing here. We've got some options for Android type screens. I could choose to add a plain background color. That's already looking good. Same thing, I can type in a name, test icon. I have the ability to add a short name if I want. So much more customizable than what we get in our theme. And then we have to choose, we're going to get some files, and we're going to get a snippet of HTML that refers to those files. It's easy to install this. You do need access to FTP or some way to put like a folder inside your uploads folder. But what I would do, which is probably similar to most other people's, in my WP content folder, I have my uploads folder. I'm just going to put in the Favicon folder, just like that. So remember where you say these are going to go. Next. And then what we get is a downloadable zip right here. I'm going to download it. And then I need to copy this snippet of code and put it in my site. So I'm going over to my site. I love the WP Code code snippet plugin. I'd probably put mine in there, but Elementor also has custom code. This will work just fine. I'm going to hit new code. This is an HTML snippet, so I'm going to note that for myself and type what it is. It's fine if it loads in the head. That's where I want it to go. Paste it in. I'm going to publish it, and I need it to show on the entire site. Good. Save and close. Okay, great. But it's still not going to show on the front end of the site yet. If we look at the site icon, you can still see that it's not there. So we need to go to our FTP program, go to our WP content folder, which is where I'm at. So I go up one layer, you can see there it is. That's what you kind of normally see in the root of like a WordPress site. WP content, uploads, and then I need to add a new folder. Needs to match whatever we told that website as the location of these icons. And then I just need to upload them in from my download. So I'll find that. And then I'm going to drag in what they gave me. You can see, let's say upload here in a sec. I've got like a site manifest and then a couple different sizes of images as well as an SVG. So this seems to be more sophisticated than what Elementor is doing out of the box. So I'm going to try to go give a refresh to the site here. After a refresh, I can see the icon up there. So it looks like it worked. I had no idea there was this much work that could be done around this icon. It's kind of annoying, right? But hopefully this makes the site work better in terms of icon management across different devices and shortcuts and so forth. It helped me. And if I ever need to update it, I can just go build some new ones and re-export the image if I need to tweak it a little bit. And like I said, there is a plugin, and I'm sure there's other generators too. I just happened to use this one here, and it seemed to do a good job. So thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing.